on access to the temple's signal beacon.
On whose authority?
By order of the Supreme Chancellor.
That is not within the Chancellor's power. Only the Jedi Council can authorize access.
What's up, Knights of X? I hope you guys are hyped for tomorrow because we are about to get Jocasta Nu finally. Guys, it's been months, and after going over the kit today in detail, I actually cannot wait for this character to come out. I just came back from the movies, and I saw Revenge of the Sith for the 20th year anniversary, guys, and it was an absolute blast. And it reminded me of when I was a kid playing the Revenge of the Sith video game, and there's a scene where Anakin and Jocasta Nu, he kills her in 2 seconds, but it was kind of cool that that's a 2-second clip in a game. That's how I remember her, and now she's coming to the game. So, really cool, guys. We're going to head in game really quick. I really think this character is going to be a lot better than what we're thinking, especially on defense. I think she's going to be a very good defensive character based off of her eventual one-shot ability, guys. She's going to go down and deal massive damage. She's really exciting. One thing to know here, guys, is she is going to be a lifter type of unit for the brand new legendary character, Mace Windu, who's eventually coming out to the game. Really steep requirements at the moment, but she should be able to work still in a Keller and Beck-led team. Possibly Qui-Gon Jinn, Omicron. We're going to have to wait and see. For the most part, I think Keller and Beck is going to really shine as the leader for her. But guys, today we're going to go over my modding requirements or modding recommendations, and also the order of the Omicrons and which I think you should apply them in which order. Go into them in major detail, guys, and go over my explanation as to why I'm recommending this. Obviously, this is initial testing or an initial, my initial opinion. This is called all change over time, but I think for the most part, this is what you're going to want to go with, guys. So, without further ado, let's get into Jocasta Nu's modding. Alright, guys, so the modding that I will be recommending for Jocasta Nu is going to be a offensive set with health secondaries as a set as well. And in my opinion, guys, when you look at the Jedi Vanguard faction, she's really going to shine with a full team of Jedi Vanguard. There's not a massive amount of damage dealers, guys. So you want this character to be able to deal lots of damage. And you want her to be as tanky as possible, guys. So what I am recommending is putting protection on pretty much every primary except your arrow and your triangle. I think that she's going to have amazing ramping critical damage because of her one ability. It's going to keep stacking her critical chance and critical damage. And she has unlimited offense scaling, guys. I will go into that later into the kit. But for the most part, she has really good synergy with protection in her unique, where she's going to get plus 50% max protection if all allies are Jedi Vanguard. So what I saw from SWGOH.GG, her initial speed, her base protection, her base special offense, I think this is what I'm going to be running, guys. Speed arrow, critical damage triangle, protection cross, protection circle, and then obviously an offense and defensive for the rest. And you want to go, make sure for your secondary stats, guys, it's offensive protection. Those are the most important for her. My initial recommendation, guys, try to get her above 300 speed. The more turns she takes, the faster the cooldown of the rifle mechanic comes into play. So you want to make sure she is lightning fast, lightning tanky, and also has really good damage. So in terms of special offense, guys, I'm going to be recommending 1200 or above for her. It's a pretty tough threshold. You might have to take her to Relic 7, Relic 8, but this character is not going to be bad at all at those relics. So, guys, that is going to be the special offense, and it's for protection, guys. I'm recommending 9500 or more. If you can get to the 100,000 mark, that's impressive. It's going to be really hard to get there, but if you guys can make that work, that's a god mod set for your Jocasta Nu. But initial beginning, I'm thinking 300 plus speed, 1200 plus offense, and 95,000 protection or higher for her. And you're going to see her survive, hit hard, and also be really fast, guys. So that's going to be my initial modding recommendations for Jocasta Nu. We're now going to start to go into the Omicron abilities, where I explain them really quick before I rank them and see how strong they're going to be. So let's get into the Omicron number 1. Omicron number 1, guys, is going to be her basic ability called By the Book. And the non-Omicron ability is deal special damage to target enemy. If they had defense down or tenacity down, inflict that debuff on all enemies for 1 turn, gain critical damage up for 1 turn. This ability is very strong, guys. You're dealing, applying a debuff, you're spreading it to all enemies, and also you're getting a critical damage up buff. You stack that with your critical damage triangle, she's going to be hitting insanely hard. And factor in Datacrons, she's going to be a massive, massive damage dealer, guys, and you're not going to want to go wrong with that offense set. So that's a really strong basic ability. When she trans into her rifle form, guys, which is the major goal of her kit, she's going to be completely transformed. Her rifle form ability on her basic reads, if they had defense down, exposure, tenacity down, inflict that debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. She gains the opposite buff for 1 turn. If they had vulnerable, deal additional damage based off 10% of her max health, max protection, and they recover 25% protection, gain 5 siphon until the end of the encounter. And that's where the kit comes in, where you want to have as much protection as possible, guys. As you see, she's going to deal damage based off her max protection in rifle form. She's going to be constantly recovering protection, which more protection means more recovery, and also 5 siphon until the end of the encounter, which is really strong with mastery, guys. That's a very good basic ability. Now, the Omicron reads, on her rifle form specifically, on her turn, grant each Jedi Vanguard ally every dispellable buff she has for 1 turn. So that means, guys, whatever buff that Jocasta Nu has on her that could be dispelled, she's going to grant those buffs to the rest of her team for 1 turn. That's pretty good. Not game-breaking by any means, but it's an absolute going to be beneficial in some situations. Obviously, if she has critical damage up, she's going to spread the critical damage up to all her team. That's very, very good. So don't underestimate this Omicron. We'll get into the ranking later on, but not bad. Let's get into the second Omicron on her first special. Now, her second Omicron is on special number 1, which reads, shh, quiet. And this ability is, if all allies are Jedi Vanguard, dispel all buffs on all enemies. Very good, very strong mechanic. Deal special damage to target enemy, gain speed up for 1 turn, and reduce the cooldown if it does not exist by 10. Very important ability, guys, because you want that it does not exist ability to be up so she can transition into her rifle form. So being able to dispel buffs on all enemies is already a very strong mechanic. AoE buff dispels is one of my favorite abilities or mechanics in the game. So that is a really impressive special number 1. When she's in rifle form, she's going to deal bonus true damage based equal to 100% of her current protection to target enemy, which can't be evaded. Then lose all current protection. Jocasta Nu siphons max protection from the target enemy, which can't be resisted. If the target enemy is defeated by this ability, gain max protection equal to the target enemy's max protection, gain 100% bonus protection for 1 turn. Guys, another reason why protection modding is so important for her. That's why I'm recommending it for the circle and the cross. As you can see here, there's major synergy with it. She's going to be gaining max protection. She's going to be stealing max protection. It's really good. Now, the Omicron. This applies if all allies are Jedi Vanguard. That's very important. And she's in rifle form, not in regular form. She has to be in rifle form. Dispel all debuffs on all allies. Very good. Set the target enemy's max health to 65, excluding Galactic Legends raid bosses, until the start of their turn. That, guys, is guaranteed to kill someone. If you set a target enemy's max health to 65 and they have no protection, they're getting 1 shot. It's practically almost a 1 shot. As long as your teammate can take a secondary turn follow-up to get rid of them, you're practically getting a somewhat of an annihilate ability. It's really good, guys. The whole problem is you have to get to rifle form to get this to work. So it's very good, guys. This is a very good Omicron for her. It's practically an insta-kill, and I do like it. But we have to talk about the last Omicron, guys, and that is her unique. So before we get into the ranking, let's talk about that one. And to finish off the final Omicron, guys, it's going to be in Jocasta Nu's unique, and it's called Jedi Archivist. And guys, this one's practically an essay, so I'm going to try to skim through this as fast as I can. But pretty much, Jocasta Nu has 25% max protection, increased to 50% of all allies of Jedi Vanguard. That's why the protection modding, again, is important. At the start of the in-battle, and is immune to protection disruption and can't be revived. At the start of her turn, inflict tenacity down until the end of her turn against the last enemy to inflict a debuff on her. If this is the second time that has occurred on the same enemy in this encounter, and she is Jocasta Nu rifle form, they also are exposed. Inflict defense down until the end of her turn against the last enemy to damage her. If this is the second time this has occurred on the same enemy in this encounter, and she is Jocasta Nu rifle form, they are also inflicted with vulnerable, guys. Vulnerable is they have to be critically hit. Very strong ability. It's a little bit dependent on certain situations of the matchup, but it will come in handy. This is where the exposed damage comes in. Whenever she attacks an exposed enemy, she recovers 20% protection. Whenever she recovers protection, she's gaining 10% offense stacking for the rest of the encounter. That is massively important, guys. I want you to realize that. she's going to be inflicting expose in her rifle form from the earlier part of her unique. When she's hitting an exposed target, she's recovering protection, and every time she recovers protection, she's gaining 10% offense stacking. You pair that with Keller and Beck's first special ability, where he attacks out of turn and everyone recovers health and protection. That's ramping offense to dramatic amounts. She's going to hit like a truck. It's insane. Whenever she or an enemy gains foresight, dispel it, and she gains deflective ward, which cannot be dispelled until she receives damage, recovers 20% protection, and gains 20% turn meter. We've seen deflective ward before, guys. It's a new mechanic, a new buff that they've introduced, I believe, with the Jocasta Nu. So we're now seeing it again with Jocasta Nu. It's going to be really good here. Whenever a Jedi Vanguard ally uses a special ability, reduce the cooldown if it does not exist by 1. While my turn is on cooldown, it belongs in the museum, inflicts burning on the enemy for 1 turn. Those abilities, guys, are what her new form, pretty much her basic and her special, have a name change. It turns into my turn, and it belongs in a museum. And it belongs in a museum, I believe, is her basic ability. So her basic is going to be inflicting burning when my turn is on cooldown. So that is a pretty strong mechanic. Burning is really good. Reduces, they take % max health damage after every turn. It's very good. The first time Jocasta Nu would be reduced to 1% health, and she's Jocasta Nu rifle form. She dispels all debuffs on herself, recovers 100% health, gains damage immunity for 1 turn, which can't be dispelled, and takes a bonus turn. During this bonus turn, she must use the special ability. It's up to you now, guys, and this one is where she throws the rifle and explodes the enemy team. Then she is defeated, which cannot be prevented. If any enemy survives at the start of the encounter, if she is used, it's up to you now. She's defeated. Guys, this is pretty much like kamikaze, I'm going down, I'm taking you with me kind of thing. She literally explodes the enemy team with her rifle, and she goes bye-bye. Kind of like self-destruct in Pokemon, except you're hitting the entire enemy team, and it's going to deal massive damage. Might not kill everybody, but for the most part, most teams, they're going to go down really quickly. The Omicron, guys, this is huge. Jocasta Nu has 100% counter chances and immune to ability block. That alone is a amazing ability, or amazing unique. If all allies are Jedi Vanguard, whenever they use an ability, this is the Omicron, whenever they use an ability, reduce the cooldown if it does not exist by 1. Whenever she is stunned, gain deflective ward, which cannot be dispelled until she receives damage. Guys, this one's insane. So instead of her cooldown for it does not exist to be reduced by a special ability by your allies, it's now by any ability. That means if you use a basic ability, it does not exist is going to be cooldown reduced, which means faster rifle form, and then that's where the fun begins. So, and she's going to be immune to ability block, and practically whenever she gets stunned, she's getting deflective ward. It's it's very strong, guys. Very, very strong. Immune to ability block, that means she's going to be able to use her special abilities. This one is a no-brainer. Very good. We have to talk about it. But guys, that is all the Omicrons read out to you live. We're now going to go into my recommendation for Omicron order and what I think at the end, what you guys should do on day 1. So let's get into Vexatron's Omicron order now. Alright guys, the moment we've been waiting for, the Omicron order for Jocasta Nu, and based off of my early predictions of what my preview of the kit, the Omicron order for Jocasta Nu is going to be number 1, her unique Jedi Archivist, number 2, Shh Quiet, and then the number 3 is going to be By the Book, which is her basic ability. And guys, the reason why I'm picking Jedi Archivist number 1 over Shh Quiet is because the other 2 abilities don't even exist unless you get into rifle form. So guys, Jedi Archivist is giving her 100% counter chance, immune to ability blocks, and it helps her get to her rifle form even faster because it's not just off a special ability, it's off of any ability. So that is a game changer for sure. Without a doubt, guys, if you're like, I only have 1 Omicron to spare, I don't know which one I want to use, you got to pick Jedi Archivist. That is the one that you want for Jocasta Nu. Means faster rifle form, immune to ability block, great counter chance, 100%. It's going to be an absolute staple for this character if you have Mace or not. The second one, guys, practically an Annihilate ability. You're dropping the enemy's max health to 65. That means they're going to be one hit by anything. They're going to get one tapped. If they have no protection and their max health is reduced to 65, it's just absolutely insane. So guys, Shh Quiet is going to be number 2. And that leaves her basic ability By the Book number 3, guys. That is by no means that it's a weak Omicron. you're practically applying all these dispellable buffs to your team. Could be critical damage up, offense up, whatever the ability is, you're spreading it to your team. But I don't want you guys to think that just because the third one is in third place, that it means it's bad. It's very good. But if you had to ask me, guys, Vex, it's day one, it's Kyber 1, what are you going to be applying on day one for Jocasta Nu? And my answer is going to be, guys, Vex is going to be applying Jedi Archivist and Quiet on day one of her unlock, guys. I don't think you're going to get disappointed by any means from those two abilities. If I enjoy the character and I'm having a lot of fun with her, and I see she's doing great things with the third, then I'll apply the third Omicron, guys. But if you guys are running scarce on Omicrons, number 1, Archivist, number 2, Quiet, and 3 by the book. But if you guys want, my honest opinion, 1 and 2 apply on day 1. And that is going to be my recommendation for Jocasta Nu. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any comments about her kit or my opinions, please leave them all in the comment section down below. I'm very curious to the community's opinion. Did I get the modding right? Did I get the Omicron order right? Let me know in the comment section down below. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. And if you're not already, subscribe to the channel to become a Knight of X. And I'll see you guys in the next video. May the Force be with you all.